We do have live team coverage tonight. KCRA 3's Orko Mana and Carolina Estrada are both on the scene on the north and south side of the fire, giving us the latest upgrades on the ground. So Carolina, we want to go to you first. Last time we saw you, it looked like the flame was racing toward that ramp for 580. Is that still the case right now, or has that started to tamper down?
Brittany, yeah, we actually moved over to the other side to give you a closer look. You can see right behind me those flames on this hillside just quickly moving, and that smoke coming up from those flames right here. We've seen crews right now throwing backfire, and right here close to us on this ramp earlier we saw the flames getting really close, and now they're just kind of moving to the other side of the hill, but you can actually still kind of hear the backfire and the efforts that right now all of the crews are doing right here to make sure they put out this fire. Just look at those flames and the smoke going up. It's been very impressive to see just how unpredictable this fire has been. Not even an hour ago we weren't seeing these flames like this hill we showed you, and there was no sign of any flames nearby, and then in a matter of minutes that quickly changed, and crews are out here battling this fire. You can see right over behind us all the red lights of all of those fire trucks and crews that are parked because they were focusing on this area right here on Interstate 580. Remember, right in front of us is Corral Hollow Road. So just take a look at those flames and the smoke going up, Brittany. Like we mentioned, those winds are the ones that are moving these sparks of fire in different directions. And we are seeing those ashes. The smoke got very thick for a moment, and we can just smell it. And we could even hear the fire at some point of how close those flames were. You can see there's still some types of some spots still left on this hill that are slowly burning out, but we did see conditions quickly change in this area here, and crews are right now putting all of their efforts to just battle this fire right over on this side. Look at how those flames are coming up of this hill right here. They're actually heading towards us, and you start to see a little glow over the hillside, and then the flames get bigger and bigger, and that's just kind of what we've been seeing throughout the day since we got here at around 7:30. One little spark or one little flame just grows into a big fire and a lot of smoke. So definitely a lot of challenges out here tonight for crews, and they will be out here continuing to fight this fire that very quickly went from 1,000 acres to now almost 10,000, Brittany. And we're gonna stay here, and if anything changes, we'll make sure to bring you the latest. Live in Tracy, Carolina Estrada, KCRA 3 News, back to you.
And Carolina, what you're showing us is really good news because the winds are pushing it in the opposite direction away from 580. Those backfires seem to be working. I know that you moved to show us that perspective. So are you standing on that off ramp to 580 right now?
Yeah, Brittany. So this is the off-ramp that comes to Corral Hollow Road. We were actually just going to show you earlier. We were standing over on that side. So we just moved over to the other side where those flames were getting very close to Interstate 580. But now it seems that crews were able to put them out, and they're heading in the other direction.
Got it. Okay, I was thinking that was the off-ramp, but I just wanted to make sure. So really seeing positive things from your point of view where the wind is blowing it the other way. I just hope it stays that way. Carolina, thank you so much. Let's check in now with KCRA 3's Orko Mana. Last time we talked to you, you're on the south end of the fire. It seemed that it didn't hop from 580 or across 580 yet. Is that still the case where you are?
Yeah, Brittany, we are seeing flames in the median between both directions of Interstate 580 here behind me. You can see those flames there, and they have not jumped the lanes of Interstate 580 in the westbound direction. And if you look at the smoke, you guys were just talking about the wind. The smoke seems to be heading in the southward direction. So again, the winds are unpredictable. We know this when it comes to fires here, but it looks like the fire is blowing in the opposite direction, more south. So that at least seems like it's some good news here when we talk about the threat of the fire potentially crossing 580 and heading more north. And if we walk this way, this whole area, we are standing on this overpass of Interstate 580 where it almost meets 132, and it's completely blocked. Everything is closed off to the public. Back down that way, there's a 76 gas station. That's pretty much as far south as people can go if they're coming from the north side of the junction of 132 and Interstate 580, because again, fire crews are really trying to get around. In just the past few minutes, we've seen a several fire engines drive around the area. It hasn't been as active as it was when we first got here about an hour and a half ago, but again, we are seeing fire crews. And the reason that this whole area is blocked is because if we walk this way, it doesn't look like much, but these can get dangerous if the winds pick up. There are little spot fires that are here that are remaining from when the flames were larger out here. And this isn't a pretty residential area. There are homes that are pretty close to this. And further south down this way, where we're seeing some emergency vehicles, you can see the flashing lights down there. This is, again, South Chrisman Road that we're on. If we're going further south that way, there is the Tracy Golf and Country Club, which we've been talking about throughout the night. And a CHP officer told me that everyone in that area and the residential area here was able to get out. And again, you're seeing CAL FIRE and other emergency crews still driving through the area. Again, not as busy as we saw it a little bit ago, so that is the good news, but we are seeing some fire activity still in the area. But at least for right now, the winds seem to have calmed down a little bit, and the flames here where we are near the junction of 132 and Interstate 580 have not jumped the westbound lanes to the north side. So folks here are still asked to listen to those evacuation orders. It may seem like everything is okay, but we have to follow all of those orders and those warnings as they continue to come down. Stay updated with KCRA online and on air as we learn more about the progress of those evacuation orders. But for now, at least in this area that we're at, crews seem to have a pretty decent handle on the flames. Reporting live near Interstate 580, Orko Manna, KCRA 3 News.
Orko, that's really great news. Your shot has really improved a lot over the past 30 minutes, and it seems like a lot of the smoke there has dissipated as well.